The day, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mafugin Rantoa, and this is your favorite show with your favorite host in the industry with your girl, Mafugin. Exactly. Anyway, right. Good time of the day. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, today I am recording this, or today I am putting out a message because I am a concerned citizen. I have so many questions. I have so many suggestions. I have so many complaints. I have so much as a concerned citizen. I've been quiet for too long, and now I felt, you know what, today is the day where I actually go ham. Today is the day where I'm just like, Batumba Mudimu, my goodness, mountain in the sky. And then, you know, so today, the topic of our episode today has to be Lesotho, the developing country, the country with so many political parties, the country that is so politically orientated, the country that's in the sky, the mountain, the kingdom in the sky, you know what I'm saying? The kingdom, please note, the kingdom in the sky that has so many problems, that has so many political parties, that has, guys, Lesotho is the pit right now, in my opinion, of course. But then again, you gave me the platform, so let's get it. Now I have issues. I have problems. I have concerns. I am... Because we're like a concerned citizen, I get it. But before I am a concerned citizen, oh my goodness. Before I'm a concerned citizen, let us just go and give you some music. Then we can come back, because clearly I'm a bit hyped up today. I'm a bit concerned, and I'm a bit citizenshiped. Yes. Let's get it.
Letsoalo,
all right. Today we are gonna be talking about the biggest thing right now, which I feel should be addressed, because wow, I'm a concerned citizen and I'm concerned about my country being Lesotho, the hometown, the motherland. You know what it is, you know where it goes. My problem comes in now where I have a problem with the fact that we have so many problems that need to be solved rather than created. By that, I mean we are creating more problems for ourselves as a country by having so many political parties to choose from. The problem is now we have factory workers who are striking because they need money to feed their families. Instead of solving that problem, we create more problem by putting now, like, it's like for every problem that Lesotho faces, there's a new political party. Let me show you how. Number one, around the time that Bacha shutdown was being popularized, was being publicized, was being out there within the people, we had MEC. During the time there was Bacha shutdown last year, we had, and I'm not saying specifically these are the problem parties. No, they could have good agendas, but what I'm trying to show you is that, like, for every problem that I've ever spotted in Lesotho, for every problem that's ever been publicized, for every problem that we've ever had, we've had like there's a political party for every problem, and we have so many problems in Lesotho. Bacha shut down, let's go with MEC. for the times that the DJs were not really being respected because bafwedi nawa, like I don't understand. Like, I mean, yes, dinawa ke dijo, but like, are you gonna eat dinawa every single day? Also nowadays, you know what I'm saying? Is that like how this goes now? I don't think that's how it goes. I don't even think that's how it's supposed to go because my goodness, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, sharp fade. Now, for that time, there are so many political parties in the country. So much that, like, I feel like they are creating more problems than solving any problems. Surely, yes, they all have their constitutions. They all have their agendas. They all have all these promises. They all have this thing, you know what, we're going to give you, we're going to solve your problems. We're going to... But now, these emerging, these aspiring political parties, what makes them think that they will actually be able to solve the problems that the mainstream political parties are causing? If the mainstream political parties cannot solve their own problems or the country's problems with the resources that are at hand, that are available to them, what makes them think that like they will actually be able, with the little resources that they have as aspiring political parties, what makes them think that they will actually be able to solve the problems of the country? Now, why do I say mainstream? Mainstream because you have your ABC, you have your DC, you have your LCD, you have your RCL, you have your BNP, you have your, is it EFF? You have your Lesotho EFF. Guys, listen. The first time I found out about Lesotho EFF, I was like, how? Okay. What's next? ANC. You know what I mean? Like, what's next? DA. You know, because you have your ADs. You have so many political parties. You have your is it SRC? You have your I wanna LCD. And guys, I've only been speaking about how many political parties we have, but I haven't actually said at least one of them has actually solved a problem. They all come with their agendas, they come with their constitutions, they come with their rallies, they come with their campaigns. I mean, next year, 2022, we're supposed to be going to vote, guys. For the first time, I actually feel like I'm going to put myself in a position where I'm actually going to vote. Because I've never voted in my life. And I don't want to vote because why am I voting? You know, I know as a concerned citizen, I need to go vote. It's my right. I need to exercise my rights, you know. But then exercising my rights also means that like I'm going to set myself up for disappointment. And the last time I said, guys, it's not going to work out. It didn't work out. The last time we had elections was in 2017 and didn't work out. We've only had so many problems. We haven't actually been able to solve those many problems. Now, what I am saying is, why do we have so many political parties for every single problem? Suddenly we have five, at least five. Ever since I came back to Pretoria this year alone, we've had like 5 different political parties. Some of them want Lesotho to be part of South Africa, which is very wild if you ask me, because it's not gonna work, guys. Yeah, I don't think I would want to be considered South African or a Moshoeshoe South African. Duplication. If I were to get dual citizenship, I think I would get it like, you know, for like Thailand, or maybe Britain, or something, France, you know, Canada, something, not South Africa. I'm sorry, South Africans, if you're listening, your country is actually not the best country in the world. And honestly speaking, I wouldn't want to stay here. but for the time being, here we are. Because my goodness, my word. But anyway, call me enslaved, call me whatever, but honestly speaking, there are greener pastures somewhere. Even if guys, it can be anywhere in Africa but South Africa, please. Maybe like Kenya or like Egypt, or not sure about Nigeria, because like, oh my goodness, but like, you know, Zambia, you know, Namibia, I think, and then Swaziland, you know. But anyway, about South Africa, honestly speaking, we can be part of Swaziland, please, but not South Africa. I I mean, surely the landlocked, but come on. Okay, guys. But anyway, Harimo, right? So now we have political parties. But then there's this one. It's actually like, personal favorite. CER. CER legitimately took the game and changed it. Like, they are cannabis orientated. You guys may remember that, like, I had an interview with the political head of the party. Like, me and I had a conversation with a politician, an entire leader of a political party. Please, please, please give me the respect that I deserve. Excuse me. Thank you. Exactly. I earned that shit. Anyway, Harimo. Like I said, anyway, Harimo. Ramana, where now we have so many political parties and they are creating more problems, in my opinion. And surprisingly, like, these political parties are being established by people who have created some sort of name for themselves in the social media platforms, be it that one guy from like the aluminium alumin 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 alum I mean aluminium aluminum, there we go, that guy from the aluminum works, windows, what he decided that, like, after all the sagas that he's ever had, after all the sagas that he's ever been out there, like, since 2019, this guy has just been on the tabloids for me. And like, he decided to have a political party, like, away sharp but dog, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's so, and it was, yes, political party, that one, I wanted that one political party, guys. I need to drag it, but then, you know what, because I'm still a young girl. I'm only 2021 this year. I'm still a young lady. I still have a lot to do with my life. I'm not going to jeopardize that with just one stupid political party. Like, not that it's stupid, but what I mean by stupid is, like, I can't be putting myself in a position where now I am going to be dragged to court because of defamation of character, or maybe, being stripped of, like, having my ways being blocked because of people that really I don't care about. And it's funny I say this because I'm still in a position where if I am to be put in a position where now I need to go vote, it's going to be an issue, because why are there so many political parties? Like, guys, what does everyone have in mind? I mean, surely, yeah, sharp. Let me just give you my thing. Now, my thing is, with ABC, it has failed. It's like ANC, it has failed. That's me. Yes, I stand by what I said. Yes, at first I was like, yeah, there's some sort of, progress nyana before that other lady came into the picture. Sharp. But then she also came into the picture. I was like, okay, but then there was chaos. So it failed us. Personally, it failed me. It failed so many people that I know. It failed, it failed dismally. Dismally. On top of that, guys, like, they still go on and have rallies. They still have gone on and have campaigns. Like, just when you think a problem is going to be solved, a political party is formed. Legit, just when you think a problem is going to be solved, a political party is formed. Oh, that's a good code. But anyway, I came up with it. Copyright on that. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, Haramo, no. My problem is, I feel like, let's just not have politics. Okay? Hear me out. I think the solution to all of this is to not have political parties, Let's not have a government. Let's have, let's have the king rule. Let's have him take over. Yes, I know what I have said about the king before. I know how I feel about the king, but it's much better knowing that, like, it's way better watching him chow our taxes than it is to have people create unnecessary problems for us. We have factory workers who are fighting for a wage. Wait, guys, an increase. An increase, but, we have nurses who are always striking, but, we have, I don't know, I'm expecting teachers to come at us because, I'm expecting soldiers and policemen because, like, I mean, but not substantiate that, like, no, but we are always outside trying to catch people who are out there before after curfew. I've been out before after curfew. I've been on the road after the curfew, and it's not a nice experience because then in your head you're thinking, am I gonna get shot? Am I gonna get arrested? Oh damn, I'm an adult. I go to prison now, you know. I don't go to juvie now. You know, like, so much. Like, guys, will I ever see something? You know what I'm saying? I will never be out there or whatever. So my problem is, what are we really doing? Like, why are we creating problems when we're supposed to be, like, solving problems? As a country, I honestly feel like next year during the elections, which now there's another problem with the elections and whatever, which I feel is a very good move on ABC's part, because then they still get to rule longer if those specific elections don't really go down as they should. And also, there's going to be a matter of, we're still under Corona, so, you know, at voting stations, blah, 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 blah. You know how it goes. And obviously, even if they wanted to do, like, an online thing, it wouldn't really be effective or efficient because not everybody is actually acquainted with technology and not everybody is actually used to technology. And the people that are always voting are people that do not really have the luxury or the access to technology as people that don't really like voting, like myself. So, guys, if you guys really honestly feel like I should go vote, please let me know. Because and please tell me what to vote for, because I really don't have much of an understanding as to why we have so many political parties. I mean, you fire a minister, he decides to go start a political party. A minister decides to go burn the clothes or the attire, the one political party, or to go start his own political party. And then you have the previous first lady who wants to go now stand, you know, for a constituency. And then on top of that, you have like an old prime minister who wants to come back into politics and be the ruler of thereof, while the other prime minister, who is the actual prime minister, is trying to solve the country. I would know this because I've seen people that work under this the prime minister, and it's hectic. But at the same time, it's like, why so many political parties? My goodness. Like, there's no need for any of this. Like, you have your LCDs, you have your ABC, you have your ABDs, you have your RCLs, you have your RCLs, yeah? You have your BNPs, you have your BAPs, you have your, FBP, you have your MECs, you have your... Oh, I'm just naming political parties. It's so easy to name political parties than it is to name any problems that have been solved. Which now comes to show that, you know what, at the end of the day, you guys need to stop. As a country, we need to take a stance on all of this, because it's annoying. Honestly speaking, it's annoying because, like, I mean, how are we dealing with so much? On top of that, there's the EFF. Oh, they listen to EFF. I don't know what's next. ANC, DA, AD. There's also there's just so much, guys. DC. There's just too many. There's just too much. It's just a lot. My goodness. On top of that, we have men and women who are out there in the streets trying to kill people, shopping people because they work in the factories. The same people who are fighting for a wage to live are being harassed by people who are in the streets. Like, it's who funya fehle, guys. Who funya fehle, because my goodness, Lesotho is such a mess right now. Honestly, Lesotho is a mess because we have the political parties which are always being political. Like, Lesotho is a politics orientated country, and it's so bad for them because, like, it does not leave room for development or growth. It only leaves room for chaos. I've been saying this for the longest time. Like, we're just opening a can of chaos, not a can of worms. Anyway, enough about the politics part of it, because Lesotho has been a clown, to say the least, a joke. Secondly, we have the whole video that went viral. Shout out to the people that took action against the two men and the woman that put endanger the life of a woman that was a factory worker. So basically the story behind this is that like three individuals attacked a woman who works in the factory, right? So because she works in the factory, they felt it was a problem because they are street vendors, and they were like, no, you cannot be working at the factory while the rest of us are just here trying to make a living. Is she not trying to make a living though? But anyway, haramo. So, and then thirdly, the one thing that I feel like I missed it for a long time. The first time around when this was discussed on, the first time when this was discussed on my platform, on my podcast, was when I asked a friend of mine last year to actually take the reins for me because I was not feeling well. LDF, the two soldiers that were caught. Before I go into that, may I please just take a break because my goodness, this is it's what it is, and yeah. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back in the building, back in the business, back to discuss our beloved kingdom in the sky, the developing country that has many problems, that's creating its own problems. Anyway, right? So last year around, I think it was around this time, we had like the two soldiers. No, actually a bit later on, because it happened when after the podcast. So we had two soldiers that were arrested because they were illegally in South Africa. They were part of livestock theft. Bona. So many charges. And then there were also other two soldiers from the South African Defence Force that were arrested in Lesotho. They were released. The ones from SA, they were released. But the ones from Lesotho were never released until later this year, until early this year, until just now, right? So now my problem is, again, Lesotho is such a joke. The people that were supposed to actually... I'm not going to say names. Like, it sounds so bad when I say people's names. But then when you're doing nonsense and you're putting no hope in me for 2022's elections, it's a bit of a problem. So, the soldiers, Lesotho, they will only be released this year. And how? Because the soldiers that were arrested after the ones that were arrested in the SA soldiers that were arrested after the Lesotho soldiers, they were released before. How? A year later, and you're telling me that like next year you still really wanna confuse yourself with voting for all these political parties, the same political parties that are unable to actually rescue the vital part of this government, which is the soldiers or the defense force. That same one is supposed to actually serve the country. Let's be serious, please. Let us be serious, because I don't understand. Like my problem in this situation is the fact that like, is this really, like, is it necessary? Like, is this really what's going on? Is this what's cooking? How is it possible that like you would let people suffer for so long in a jail? For all you know, they could have been tortured, being in the hole, in the shoe, or whatever Americans call it when they put people in like, you know, isolation and whatever, right? Imagine you're there. What are you in here for? Oh, I'm a soldier. I was doing my job. That's why I'm here. Does that even sound right? No, it doesn't. So this comes to show that the government in power right now is very ineffective. That's now my opinion, of course. It's very ineffective, right? But who is really ineffective? Because the people that put those same people in power are the ones that are ineffective. Because I feel like Basotho don't understand the power that they have. We don't see the power that we actually have to drive this country to a better place. And the people that are starting political parties, they need to stop, because it's very unnecessary. Because then it's, for me at least, I still really feel like it's very unnecessary. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Now, the problem here is that we are always going to be under the mercy of South Africa, and this is why I feel like the people that feel, the political party that honestly feels like we should be part of SA, is actually, it has lost its mind. It has gone bananas. It has gone ham in being dumb. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I would just like to say that this episode was just to show you how much Lesotho is a mess, and I feel like we should just not have so many political parties, because it just breeds so many problems, because everybody has now their opinion, like myself. Everybody just has an agenda, an opinion, a constitution, a whatever, but is it solving the problems? Because in the time that all these political parties were established, at the time when they were formed, these two soldiers were still in prison. People are still getting hungry in Lesotho. People who depend on the government were still not served. Like, the political parties were still like, so many problems, so many problems. But anyway, that's just me and my opinions, because I'm that girl. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening thus far. I know I talk a lot. And yeah, thank you for the support going forward. I really, really do appreciate it. Shout out to everybody that's been sticking it out during the times when nothing was being put out. Shout out to you guys. You guys are gems. You guys are the real MVPs. But anyway, yeah, good time of the day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Bafokeng Rantoa, and these are my contact details before I actually close this off. Email address, theindustry15@gmail.com. Twitter at TIWB15. On Instagram at The Industry with Bafokeng. Facebook, the page, The Industry with Bafokeng. Yeah, if you want to connect with me personally, I don't know how you're going to do that, but then you can just, but these details that I just gave you are business, are for business. Yeah, be it you want me to do a voiceover for you, be it you want a collaboration, be it you want, you want to put your brand out there on my podcast, shout out to you. Be it you want to give me a job, yes, please, definitely contact me. Bona, yay. And yeah, otherwise, shout out to everybody. Shout out to me. Shout out. And with that being said, people in Lesotho, please, let's come together and solve this problem and not create a political party. Come together. And yeah. Otherwise, also, congratulations to everybody that has won the elections there by the National University of Lesotho. Shout out to you guys, especially my friend shout out to you, Miss Chairperson of Campus Government, is it? Shout out to you, my babe. And yeah, guys, one time. Anyway, good time of the day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Bafokeng Rantoa, and this is your favorite show with your favorite host, The Industry with Bafokeng. Please do not actually forget to subscribe and share there by YouTube. Please do not forget to share my links. Please do not forget to tell your people to tell their people to tell their peoples and their people and their peoples to tell their people and their friends and their friends and their families to do the same. Good time of the day yet again. Good time of the day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Bafokeng Rantoa, and this is your favorite show with your favorite host, The Industry with Bafokeng. Thank you. Asbonge. Otherwise, I'm out. Shout out. I